Hi, Tanya Garment, 102 Wirt Street. I'm going to take the opportunity to speak a little bit about the Kingstonian beyond what you're addressing tonight. The mixed-use overlay is something to really seriously consider, and in a really thoughtful way. You did not get much, but I want to also go just a little bit beyond that in terms of this project. But I'll start off by saying the planning board, with their director of planning, she's not a planner, she's the director of the planning department, did not discuss what this really means. They don't understand the mixed-use overlay district to begin with. And then it goes beyond that. There was discussion, oh, well, it should be in the mixed-use overlay district because this is on the edge of it. When you zone things like this, you don't zone for the block, you zone for the street. Like faces like, not whole block. It's not the way it's supposed to be done for the way that it's going to be used. So you don't have the advantage of having a planning department that has given you any information. So you've got a lot of work on your own to really do to study this matter. In terms of going on to the Kingstonian just as it is, because we have not heard a lot from most of our older people except for, oh, I love it. We haven't heard a lot of critical thinking about this or discussion going on with our older people. And it really is something to really think about. You're hearing a lot from realtors and purveyors of luxury goods. But this is a city that needs to support itself too. And we are a city where gentrification has been creeping up the Hudson River. We're a city who's already experiencing displacement because of that. So to talk about a tourist economy or bringing in businesses, instead of supporting their businesses here, it doesn't make any sense. This is not the time to be speaking about that. This is not a local developer. This is the Boneras, who are out of Newburgh and Poughkeepsie. They paid Andrew Wright for the rights to develop this. They were meeting with the Herzogs. They were talking about redeveloping the former Kingstonian building, the current warehouse of the Herzogs, and they said, what about the parking lot? The RFQ had already gone out. It had already been applied for by Andrew Wright and Charles Blakeman were the only applicants. They paid Andrew Wright to not say anything so that they could just go ahead and do it. They worked with the mayor to do this, and it's been presented as something where Andrew Wright helped them find them. That's not true. Andrew Wright said okay, and Andrew Wright was paid off. So here we are with the Boneras. Seriously, look at what they develop, man. Do you want that here? Do we need that here? Even if you don't think that they're atrociously, horribly, ugly, no relationship to the street around them, highway-centric buildings, do we want that kind of housing where it's all about the internal life of the building? You got your post office inside, you got your private dog walking area. They finally gave up the idea of a hallway going from their lobby to their pool. It's very insular, the whole thing. So seriously, there's so much to look at. New things are up on the planning page. Please study it. Please look out people who actually are planners and think about this seriously. You're going to be asked down the road to do a pilot agreement, and you're going to be asked to close a city street so that they can absorb that into their footprint, so that they don't have to put parking ramps inside the building. They're going to ask to close a city street. We have a park already. We don't need a park on our city street. It's purely so that they can take up more footprint. There's so much to think about this. Thank you.